What's up, guys? It's your goon from the moon, Atomic Moon 7 here, back with another video. I know it's late in Madden, but I'm just getting prepared for MUT 17. So if you're new, give it a chance, have some fun, and let's get right into this video. So we're playing a follower on my Twitch channel. If you don't have my Twitch channel, it'll be in the link in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into the game. But for me, I want to talk about MUT 17 and what I'm expecting. So the first part of what I'm expecting for MUT 17 is better aggressive catch ratios. And what I mean is that a dude that's 6'5" compared to a corner that's 6 feet, like let's say Calvin Johnson compared to Trey Waynes, Calvin Johnson should be able to win those 99% of the time. I know it may not be realistic, but it should matter more. Like, there shouldn't be too much aggressive catches going for the receiver or the corner. It should be 50-50. Like, those what they call 50-50 balls. But Madden 16, this game was broke in terms of logic. Like, if someone was triple covered, they would aggressive catch that, and that would just annoy all of us. But that's how EA made the game. The game was broken this year. We're not gonna lie. Like, each year, it's gonna be a polished version of the last year. Like, MUT 16 was the polished version of MUT 15. It was the exact same game, just aggressive catches that they added in a little bit of stability costs. But back over here, we're at 1st and 10 at the 29 as Johnny just throws a straight up dot to Michael Bennett. Alright, back we go at the 19, 1st and 10. So, looks like my opponent comes out in the shotgun formation, and he just throws a straight up dot, and I can't believe he held on to that one. But getting back into MUT 17, the next thing I'd like to see in MUT 17 is, you know how Cam Chancellor, how he sits right by the long snapper, and then as he's about to time it, he takes a running start, he jumps over the long snapper, and he blocks the field goal. That's what I want to see in MUT 17. I don't want to see them sneaking under the side to block the field goal. I want to make it more realistic, make it based on timing. That's how MUT 17 should be, as Justin Houston gets a pick. And if you don't have a Justin Houston, go get yourself one. He's really cheap and reliable. Go get yourself one of those. But back to what I was saying, like, that's how realistic the game should be. The game should be probably the most realistic it can be, given the technology that we have today. But looking at how Cam Chancellor jumps the line, and even other players, how they do it, how they block field goals, that's the way it should be when in terms of realistic stuff, as I get lucky on those aggressive catches. Like I was saying, those aggressive catches are very lucky. And as we get on the goal line, a pitch play to golden ticket is Zeke Elliott, man. Zeke Elliott probably is one of the greatest golden ticket running backs, and he's probably one of the most underrated and cheapest one on the market right now, even though this clip is very, like, about 2 weeks old. But as my opponent throws another pick, so right now it's just picks for days right now, and that was KJ Wright. Another good beast is another good KJ Wright. Alright, so back 2nd and 10 at the 24 as Johnny flips it to golden ticket Elliott for about a 2-yard gain. So now the next thing I wanted to talk about for MUT 17 would be the whole tournament thing. Like, EA could make a tournament. This would avoid the welchers, the scammers that we see on Twitch streams, Madden's YouTube streams. Like, this could be like you put a pot in, and the people who join, like how 2K does it on Ante-Up, that's the same way Madden should be. That would eliminate so many scammers. We wouldn't have to worry about that. So now another thing I've heard is the rumor of no trade block, and that affects the people like Cougar Rob, myself, who does giveaways on my Twitch streams on the PS4 side. But taking away the trade block restricts us in how we do giveaways, and I don't think there's anything in EA's terms of service about giveaways in there. I know there's the terms of service about selling and buying coins and all that, but that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're giving back to the Madden community, as well as others are helping us give back to the Madden community. And that's a huge slap into the face to anyone who wants to help others get better teams, you know. People who want to come to giveaways, have a good time. But, I mean, that's just how EA is rumored to be going this year. Not saying it's true, but it's a very good possibility. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on what you want to see from MUT 17. But for me, I'm just touching bases on the things I want to see in my MUT 17 wish list. You know, I'm taking these audio clips one at a time as best as I can, as this game is lagging just a little bit. But Johnny throws just a straight up dot. I don't even know who the receiver is at the time, right? I'm making this video right now. But the next thing I want to get into is the contracts. I mean, the contracts are by far the most annoying thing in Madden. It makes absolute zero sense because it wastes time, and they're pointless. I mean, it's kind of like a little tactic for you to buy more packs or to get more contracts, because who really wants to spend 2,000 coins on 100 contracts? It's just tedious and boring. The fastest way to get contracts, as I got lucky on a pick that should have been there, the fast way to get contracts is to buy packs, and to buy packs means more money for EA's pocket. So it's a little scheme that EA has going for them right now, and it makes 0 sense because I mean, no one really cares about the contracts. It's not like how 2K does it, where contracts do matter. But if they were to take it out, it makes it so much easier. You just focus on the player. You buy a player. You don't have to worry about the contracts or fixing them up or doing anything. But some other people, they buy a ton of packs, so it doesn't really affect them. I mean, if you're like a Toke Nasty, where you got like 1,000,000 contracts or something, then it won't really affect you, as I get lucky on a hurdle right there. So, I mean, that's just me and how I feel about the game, where the contract should just be taken out. But switching gears, now we're going to talk about the injuries and how there shouldn't really be any injuries, because if you think about it, if your player gets injured, 99% of the time he's going to come back. I mean, he's not going to be out for the whole game like how it was for MUT 15. If you ever played MUT 15, if somebody got, like Michael Vick got, hit stick really hard and fumbled the ball, he'd be out for the whole game. But now in MUT 16, it's very rare for your quarterback or any other player of yours to get injured or not come back. It's just how the game rolls this year. So now, as my opponent just gets a straight up dot, and now we're going to probably switch gears into halftime. And as I block this field goal at the end of the half, you know, I don't block a lot of field goals, but, you know, I try to have some fun because I was just playing one of my followers on Twitch. So I decided to have a little bit of fun. As we hit to the third quarter, he just throws a straight up just dot down the middle with Amari Cooper, and he's just rolling down the field. Amari Cooper, the GOAT, one of the greatest budget beasts in Madden I've seen in a while. And as we look, he throws another good corner route and dot. I mean, my opponent was just, I mean, the score doesn't say well, but he was moving down the field. He just made a lot of critical mistakes. And another thing in Madden is the momentum, and that's something I like about MUT 16 and the MUTs ahead. You know, the momentum. If you're down 24-0 and you can get some stops, you know, get some touchdowns, that is probably the best way to play momentum. And that's not the in-game part. It's part of the mental state of the Madden player. But that's probably one of my favorite things about Madden. It's momentum and how you shift it according to the game. As he throws a bad pass into the back of the end zone, and I think that's Justin Houston again. So 2 picks for Justin Houston. GT Elliott comes out clutch, and also in this game, GT Johnny. I mean, this team just looks pretty good. At the time of making this video, the team is probably some part of it is sold, some part is staying, as GT Elliott just goes all the way with it, just a huge dot, and that should probably end this game, as we probably just blown out my opponent. And GG to him. I mean, he quit, but at least he quit at a good time, you know. So now for the final thing I want to talk about is, you know, getting coins for, like how 2K does it. If you make a shot, then as he quits, if you make a shot, then you get like 2-3 VC. That's the same way Madden should be. If you have a good hit stick or an interception, you should be able to get more coins for that, for your performance. And what else that they should have is like keeping track stats. If I have that GT Elliott, it should be able to keep all the stats of every single game I've played with him. So then I can go back, show you how he's done for me, do reviews. It would help me to do reviews on the players and the cards I do. So I'm really hoping that Madden adds some of these things. I'll have a part 2 coming out very soon. I'm going to go record that right now. And as for this video, it's the end of this video. Shout out to MJ. I'm going to leave his Twitch in the description, and I'm out. Peace.